Okay, one funnel built with GoHighLevel and built with Scale. A landing page, a thank you page, a opt-in form, and an autoresponder that drops the contact into your system. In GoHighLevel with AI Studio, it took me about 15 minutes to get it completely up and running from start to finish. When I went to Scale, I spent about 50 minutes trying to make it work and actually never ended up getting it completely working. So I mentioned this in the video, but I did build my prompts using Claude beforehand, and I used as much as I could the same prompts in both systems. So here it is for you. Take a look at it. You can compare both systems, see what I found, and then you can decide for yourself what's working and what you should be using right now in August of 2026. All right, let's start building our example comparison funnel. So we're going to go into AI Studio, which is the AI page builder and funnel builder inside of GoHighLevel. And I'm going to paste a prompt that I created using Claude and my AI Studio skill that I've developed. So to be fair, this is a skill that I've tuned for AI Studio. So let's keep that in mind as we do our comparison. Let's go ahead and add the prompt, and then we will see what happens. So while it's working, we can take a read down through the prompt. It says, build a bold graphic landing page for a weekly video series called The Clear Picture. Full bleed, dark background, large offset angled color block behind or beside the headline as a main graphic element. This replaces a hero photo. Don't use stock imagery. Single CTA button and gives the color there. And it's working down here and wants to tell us something. We might not be able to read this. It's got the subheadline, it's got the copy in it, and the buttons at the bottom. It's got the layout also as well. So let's go take a look here. It says, while it's building here, we can see the things that it's doing. I'm going to get rid of those details. So the syntax is now built the full landing page, dark navy background. The opt-in form is ready to wire to your CRM. Pick one to connect it. Okay, so it built the landing page. It's got get notified every week. I noticed that it doesn't have the name. I want the name on there, so I will add that. But before I do it, I'm just going to go over and hover over some things. And it's pretty simple, pretty nice. We could do lots of things with it, but I do want to respond here. So in AI Studio, it says contacts and external form submissions will be created in the sub account. So we're inside of a GoHighLevel account, and it's going to create the connection for us automatically. So I'm going to say connect. And then AI Studio is going to do the wiring up. So right now we have the form connected to the sub account so we can create automations for it. I'm going to do the last thing. I'm going to say add just some basic text there. Let's tell it to put a checkbox as well as add the first name. And then I think we'll be done with this first part of the process, which is building the landing page, the opt-in page for this comparison series. By the way, once we finish this, I am going to publish this, and you can go and use the form and get the automation so that you can experience the ongoing series. All right, so that's pretty good. We got first name, and it keeps publishing. Okay, we've got first name, email. We've got the checkbox, get notified every week. That's a pretty cool little button hover there. And let's just do one more thing. Before we leave, let's check how we did on mobile. So, looks fine. So that's it. We are done building the landing page for the GoHighLevel version of this comparison funnel. And that took us 4 minutes and 20 seconds to get to this point. Okay, before we leave this side, the AI Studio GoHighLevel side, let's go ahead and just run a prompt here to add the thank you page. So we have both the landing page, we've got the form. In this case, we have the form connected to the CRM, and we're going to just generate this landing page, or sorry, this thank you page, so that we can finish this thing up. And we're just going to generate this thank you page so that this landing page, thank you page, everything is set for AI Studio before we can come back to it and create an automation and connect it to a domain. And you can see that AI Studio is creating the thank you page and wiring the form redirect. So what we're going to have here is a landing page. They fill out the form, and then AI Studio is doing the work for us of connecting the form, then the redirect to the thank you page. So it will be a complete system once we're done with this. Okay, so we have the thank you page created on AI Studio. We just go up here and click, and we can see the thank you page. You're in. Next comparison drops Monday. Same rule every time. So you can see the link to watch this video from the thank you page, and that's it. We basically created a very simple landing and thank you page. We have it wired up to the CRM, and it's all ready to go and to publish so that we can have it live. We'll come back and do the automation. That took us about 7 minutes and 11 seconds, or 8, well, let's say 10 minutes, just to give it some leeway. And that's it. We're done with the AI Studio pages and form. Let's move on to Page Builder and to Scale to do the same thing. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing now in Scale. We're going to build a landing page with a form and a thank you page, and we're going to connect that form up to a auto response system or an email system or a CRM, depending on what it's called over here. So let's go ahead. The one thing that I need to say right up front is I haven't used Scale that much, so I'm sort of in the same place that many of you would be. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take a look. I have understood that we can go to Ask Emily, and we can go over here and we can say, what should I do first? So I'm just going to let the system guide me here to tell me what I need to do to build this in Scale. Let's see. Quick first steps. Choose the page template and URL in Page Builder. So pick a landing template and set a page title URL so you have a working canvas to paste your copy and styles into. Okay, that's not exactly what I want to do, so I'm going to do it a different way because I want it to actually build from scratch like we did in AI Studio. Decide form type, embedded or hosted. Embedded keeps your visitor on your page builder. Hosted gives you a shareable Mailbaser URL you can link to or redirect visitors to. Okay, I'm not sure I understand all of this. Build the form in Mailbaser. Okay, so that's helpful. Place the form on your page builder using embed code. Add a custom HTML block. Set your page builder CTA button to open Mailbaser from URL or redirect after click. Create the thank you page and redirect. Test end to end. Okay, that's helpful. Want me to walk you through this? Yeah, let's do that. Let's show me how to do that. So Emily is now going to go in and basically drive my page for me, apparently. So let's see what Emily does for us here. Great news, you have the perfect tool already available, Page Builder. Your access is granted. It's the brand aware AI page builder that uses your actual, let's see what else it says. Oh, I can't see. What do I do? Continue with Emily? Okay, so all right, I think basically what happened there is it's just telling me to use Page Builder and Mailbaser. So let's just go that route. Let's go directly into Page Builder. And we're going to create a new project. This is going to be, let's do this. Picture, oops. All right, so we'll create that as the subdomain. We'll create the project. And then we go in here. All right, we've got an empty canvas. Let's grab our prompt that we used, the same prompt. And we're just going to paste it in. How can I help you today? I'm going to paste that same prompt. And let's see. Okay, it says, let's see, I put the prompt in, and then it says to import another page or website, click the plus at the top of the editor and choose clone a site, but I don't want to clone a site. The first import must use the tool, but I'm not trying to import. Let's see. What did I do wrong? I put in a prompt to tell it what to do. Okay, let's just answer the question here. How can I help you today? I want you to build this page. Maybe if I say that and then put the prompt in. Okay, it flashed as if it had done something. Let's see. To import another page. So it's still talking about importing another page. Let me say I am not importing a page. I want you to build it. Okay, AI is crafting your page. Oh, you're right. My apologies. Let me read the current page and build the full landing page for you. So maybe what I learned here is you can't just put a prompt in here. You have to tell it what you want to do and then maybe add the prompt. Not sure. But let's see what we get. Okay, build a full page from scratch. I've read your current file. It's just an empty canvas. Let me replace it with the complete landing page. Okay. Okay. Absolutely. Let me build a page. Let me replace it. Okay, so, oh, I see. I think it looks like the content is here. Yeah. So we've got some stuff on the page. The problem is that we don't have our dark blue background. All right, let me have a look at my prompt here and see if I can go back to that. All right. Full bleed, dark background. Let's grab that again, and I'll just say, okay, the background should be, we'll say full bleed, dark background. Let's try that and see if that changes the background. Okay, great news. The page is already, oh, hold on. Great news. The page, read the current page. Okay, so it's still working. Great news. I checked your current file and the full landing page. I'm not exactly sure what's happening, so we'll just keep waiting, I guess. Kind of looks like it might be in a loop. I'm not sure. Nope, change not complete. I couldn't complete that change, so I stopped the request. Please review the canvas again. Okay, so I'm just going to say this. Make the background hashtag 001647. See if that works. Okay, it couldn't complete that change. So I am not sure. Let's try this. I think we can do, let's try clicking on it. Block. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Click on it. Oh, here, let's go style editor. Background. Let's see if we can do it here. All right, let's make the background 001647. Okay, so we can go here, and that will make that change. Oh, and we got to do it for each section. So 001647 looks different than this, but we're going to keep moving here. Let's just do again. Okay, we've got, for whatever reason, we have a different color there. And the last one. Okay, so we've got our buttons. We've got our text. Let's see. Okay, on the other one I had to add the name as well. So let's go to, what do I do once I change something here? Can I go back to here? Yeah, let's go and say the first name to, let's go get the prompt, the exact prompt that I used over here. It was, okay, this one right here. Let's just copy and do the exact same prompt. Add the first name to the form and a checkbox so the subscriber confirm their intent to receive emails. Uh-oh. I lost my dark background again. Let's see. What's this? Elements, style editor, templates and blocks. Let's see. I wonder if it still just has the email address. It didn't change it. Let me check the page structure. The form is in the offer body bullets opt-in. I need to see its current HTML to edit it. Let me look at the page. Okay. Did you let's just say you changed all of the backgrounds. Again, I want the page background to show as hashtag 001647, and I need you to the first name to the form. Let's try that again. Okay, let me fix the background color and add a first name. Okay, so it says that it did it again. Let's see, what's this here? No, we don't want to do that. It looks like I don't know what I can do here. So let's try this again. Oh, and see, okay, so it added a form down here as well. So it looks like what it did is it added a new form down here that's not formatted. I mean, the page is built. We're going to leave it at that for now because I don't want to spend more time. So we've got the landing page, and then the second thing we did in AI Studio is we connected the form. So I'm going to say connect the form to Mailbaser just to see if we can do that automatically. Okay, I can see the page already has first. Okay, now what did we do? Darn. The page background was set. That's correct. Let me take I can see the page already. First, could you share your Mailbaser form action URL? All right, so this says you can get this from your Mailbaser integration settings. So it looks like we have to set up Mailbaser before we can connect it here. So we'll go try to do that in a bit. And we've now completely changed the form. We've also and then we've got another block at the bottom again. So is there any way to undo? Is there any way to go back? Ah, right here, what's this? Refresh preview. All right, I don't see an undo at all here. And what are we doing? Oh, we're looking at credits and usage here. Sorry, didn't mean to click that. I want to do an undo, but I don't see that option. I will say that in AI Studio, if you want to undo, you just click this box, and you can go to whichever one you want to, and you can go back to that point and start again. So that's why I'm looking for an undo. So we can't see an undo. I've got to go recolor these blocks again, I think. All right, let's do it. Okay, let's do save. Okay, we saved the changes. Now, is there any way to change this form? Layout. What does this do? Yeah, I don't think we want to do layout. Okay, because I'm trying to do a faster job and we're already at 15 minutes just on page 1 without any connection to mail, I'm going to leave this for now because I don't want it to erase my blue background again. Let's do that, and let's build the thank you page. So this was the thank you page prompt right here. Let's go, okay, how do we add a page? I think in order to do that, we have to do a new page. Thank you. We're going to create that page, and then we're going to go here and say, oh, what if we do start chatting? Okay, I'm just going to put the prompt in here again and try to create the thank you page here. So it looks like it built the page. We do have the glassmorphic here, I think, so that's good. We also don't have that background, so we know how to change that. We're going to go to the background. We're going to go 001647, and we are going to just save this. So what we have now is we've got a thank you page. We have a home page. All right. We don't have any movement or anything like that on it, but I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to leave this as is, and I'm going to go on to the next step. So on AI Studio, we already have the form connected to the CRM. So I'm going to follow up this step with connecting the form to the CRM. I'm just going to say this right here. I'm 20 minutes into this build at this point on scale. So just to be aware of that before we go to the next step, because it looks to me like we have to set up Mailbaser so that we can connect a form to this page. So let's pause the recording, and I'm going to come right back and work in Mailbaser. Okay, starting where we left off, we're going to leave this page builder here, and we're going to go over to Mailbaser. And we're going to do what we need to do to get this sender in place. All right, before we do that, for comparison, let's go set up the sender in GoHighLevel so we can see the difference of how to get email going. So let's go to GoHighLevel, and we're going to go back into our account. And in order to set up a sending system, we go to Email Services and Settings, and we're going to create a dedicated domain, and we're going to call it clearpicture.kevinstrightonline.com and say add and verify. And we're going to say continue. It says it successfully added the domain. So the way it works in GoHighLevel goes out to find out where your domain is managed. And once it finds it, if it's Cloudflare or GoDaddy, it's going to do what you're going to see, this automated process. I'm going to click Authorize Domain. It's going to bring me into my Cloudflare account. And you can see that it's going to add these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 records for me. I'm going to click Authorize. They are now added. And then we've got to click Verify Domain. And you can see that it's finding the records as they're being propagated. And so we can't click it again. So what I have to do is go to Previous. I can go back to Dedicated Domains. This is the one that we started setting up. I'm going to click Verify Now. Okay, so it went out and found all the records. It is now verified. We can click Verify. This domain is now ready to send email. Before we do, I'm going to go set the headers. That's it. I'm going to say save. And now I'm ready to send emails. So that's the process for setting up and getting email sending moving with GoHighLevel. Let's go back now to Mailbaser and let's do the same process or the equivalent of it. So I did take a look at this a little bit ago before I started this, and I do know that we have sender settings that we've got to work with. So in order to set up an email sender, we have to follow this guide here. So you can see I did try to set up Resend, but it didn't work. So we go to Connect Provider. It looks like this is the Resend version. When I have the API key in there, and when I did connect, it said it cannot read properties of null. It also has a webhook signing secret. I could not find that in Resend. Let me see if I can find it now. Resend, so API keys, clear picture. I don't want to edit this. Let's see if we can find webhook signing. Let's just say webhook signing. That's what I'm looking for, I think. No, not page builder mail. Webhook signing secret. Are you looking to verify webhook signatures in your code? I'm going to say I need a webhook signing secret for an API. Okay, to get your webhook signing secret, go to your webhooks page in the Resend. When you create or view a webhook, okay, so let's go to webhooks. We're going to add a webhook. But what is the endpoint URL? Is that something in Mailbaser? I don't see an endpoint URL there. Let's see what this says. Webhook endpoints. Okay. Let's try, I'm not sure. Let's try, destination URL. Choose which event to send. Zapier or N8N. I don't think this is it. So this says I have to have a URL here to make it work. And I don't know what that's supposed to be. Let's go check if our scale guide, where do I get my webhook signing? What is it called? Webhook signing. Oh, darn. Email sender, connect provider, webhook signing secret. Secret for Resend connection to Mailbaser. Is that right? Mailbaser? I don't have specific instructions in the Mailbaser app help docs. Mailbaser does list Resend as a support, but the guide doesn't include the steps. If you'd like to try right away, check your Resend. I already did that. If you need the exact support flow, let me connect this to our support team. Okay, I don't want to take time. Walk me through this. See if that'll help. Okay, we're going to Mailbaser maybe. So this was similar to the experience I had earlier where I ask Emily and say, show me how to do it, and it looks cool. And the mouse rolls around the page and clicks things, but it never actually helps me do what I want to do. So it's a cool idea, but I'm not seeing it work. And I should mention this. I understood from last week's video that Mailbaser is in beta, so let's say maybe it's because of that. All right, I don't want to keep waiting for this. I'm going to go to Mailbaser and see if I can connect a different provider. So how do I do that? How do I connect a different provider? Provider connections. New sender. Let's try this. No. Provider connection. So we've got all of my attempts at creating resend. Didn't work. Let's activate. Oh, okay. So that says that resend is active. Let's see if that's true. All right, let's do a new sender. This is going to be Kevin at kevinstrightonline.com. And then we're going to use the resend production. Make this the default sender. Okay. Okay, sender is created. All right, I think we're making progress now. Active providers 1. Now, if I remember correctly in Page Builder, or let's go to Emily. Oh, I know what I needed to create the form. So let's go to Forms. We're going to create a form. We just want name and email, so we're just going to use this one. We're going to call this Clear Picture Opt-in. And build the form. All right. What can we do here now? I don't want all this stuff on it. Maybe I have to start from scratch. Let's do this. Let's do start from scratch, and we'll see if we can do it without the template, because I don't want to have the other. I just want the name and, well, I'm not sure exactly what I want. Let's see here. Can we do it without? Open guide, forms, start with a template. So I have to start with a template. And they all have a header and a footer, or they all have content on them. Let's see here. Let's open the guide. Start from a template. So you have to start from a template. Okay. So we'll do that again. We'll use this template. Clear picture opt-in and build the form. What does it say on the page? Nope, page builder. Get notified every week. Okay. Nope. Mailbaser. Got to go to this tab. And we're going to say get notified every week. Enter email and we'll send you, keep you up to date. That's fine. We respect your privacy. We're going to change this to my orange color, F59B4F. That's fine. And we're going to say, instead of send me the guide, where do we put that? Get notified. How do we change the button? Oh, yeah. Sign me up. Okay. All right, let's choose behavior. So this is single opt-in, subscribe to a list. Let's subscribe. Oops. What are we doing here? What happens to the contact? Single opt-in. Subscribe to lists is not available. I bet I have to have some lists. Okay. Plan Pro source form. I don't know what that means. Let's do review form. And we're going to publish it. Okay. But I think I probably have to have lists. So let's do a new list. We're going to call this Clear Picture Subscribers. And let's do shown in preferences. Create that list. All right. And then I probably have to create tags. Let's do a new tag. We're going to call this clear picture opt-in. And we're going to create that tag. Okay, so now we have a tag and we have a list. Let's go back to forms. This is similar to Groove Mail. We're going to go back to forms, open the builder. How do we get to the place? Oh, behavior. No. Oh, subscribe to list. We're going to put them there. We're going to give them this tag. All right. And then confirmation. Source redirect URL. So I have to type in the source redirect. So I'm going to say that this is going to be HTTPS. This is going to be GHL versus scale gg.com/scale thank you. That's okay. So I have to remember this. So I got to save that so I know that it's ready. And then I'm going to say send welcome email. A welcome email is enabled, but there has no sender. Oh, that's fine. Oh, no sender is selected. So it's not letting me select a sender even though I have one set up. So we won't send the welcome email. Let's just save this, because what we're trying to do is get this form connected. It's published. It's ready. Ready. Okay. Integrations, I bet. Let's go embed or integrations. Webhooks, Zapier. Okay, let's go embed JavaScript. Let's copy this. All right, I think this is what we need to do. We're going to go to Page Builder. And then, taking a wild guess here, I think at this point I need to pull this in, paste, add embed. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Allow. Okay, that didn't. Custom enabled. Okay, let's try the HTML version of it. Copy. Page Builder. Let's go. Can we edit this? Double click it. Click this. There we go. Oh, it's an HTML snippet. That's probably what. Okay, there it is. It doesn't look nice though. Huh. I wonder with this form if I can connect it to that. What does it say? Oh, Mailbaser. What other options do I have? Integrations, webhooks. All right, let's try this. What are we in now? We're in API and webhooks. We post a signed JSON payload to your URL when subscriber event happens. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. So in Page Builder, I'm trying to... So I tried to use the one I have. And then when I imported the one from Mailbaser, it's completely unformatted. Looks horrible. We don't want that. But if I go to Mailbaser, all right, I don't know. Let's add an endpoint? No. I got to make something up. I can't use the key. All right, at this point, I don't see a way to get this connected and look decent. So I'm kind of stuck, and I don't want to waste any more time. So we've at least got the page. We've got the form that doesn't look nice on it. We've got... Let's just leave this one as is. I'm going to go ahead and publish both of these. So let's see what publish is like. Publish to go live. All right, so we're going to publish it on clearpicture.pagebuilder. but I want to connect my own domain. So let's go open Domain Manager. And let's add a domain, connect a domain. I'm going to call this scaleversion.kevinstrideonline.com and connect it. Uh-oh, failed to add domain. Please ensure you're providing the root domain, not any. Okay, what does that say? Not any. Okay. So I bought 2 domains for this. Let's see. I've got GHL versus Scale GG, and then I've got one called GHL versus Scale, I think. GHL versus Scale. Let's do that one. So we'll go here. Let's do GHL versus Scale.com. Domain added. Update your name server to activate it. Your Scale GG name servers. So I've got to actually connect it up here. Okay, so I got to do Arnold and Diana. So let's go do that. GHL versus Scale, manage. We're going to go in here to our Namecheap DNS. Diana. Let's just make sure we got that right. Diana. Check mark. So I think what this is doing is connecting this domain to Scale's Cloudflare account. Let's see, we did that. What do I have to do here? I did that. Choose your registrar for exact. I don't need that. Save the new values at your registrar. Will confirm propagation window before checking. Choose your registrar above to unlock this step. I have to choose my registrar. Select your registrar above. Oh, here we go. There it is. Okay, Namecheap. Namecheap. Okay. All right, now I've updated my name server. I understand may not work normally for up to 24 hours. Check. All right, it's verified. So now we should be able to go here. And let's go. Oh, do I have to do it there? Domain manager. Go to dashboard. No apps connected. Let's go to page builder. Root domain. The clear picture. Connect pagebuilder.gg. App is connected to the domain. Live request failed. Activate. Activation started. Pagebuilder.gg is disconnected. Live request failed. I don't know what that means. What if we do fix reconnect? Reconnect needs attention. Recover zone verified. The current Cloudflare zone. And okay. I'm not going to continue. I am going to. Domain was re-provisioned and is being checked now. GHLVSscale.com. Okay, so did not get it live yet. Let's go back here and it says it's live. Okay. Still not there. We'll come back and see if that's live. I think it is connected. Every time you click on something, another tab opens. This says failed, but it says SSL secure. So I'm not sure what that means. I think at this point, in theory, we have built a landing page. We have a form on it, although I'm not positive that it's going to connect. We have a thank you page, right? Over here. Thank you. And I'm not sure how to change the URL on this. What if we go to, what's this? How do we change the URL? Well, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it until I know that that domain, that site is actually working. So that's that. Honestly, that's as far as I've gotten. I'm going to go back and finish this project up in AI Studio. I'm just going to make a mark here and say that we are now 50 minutes into the scale portion of this comparison, and we will come back to it and see if we can get things working later. Okay, so back here, remember we have a page set up, we have a form on it, it's connected to the CRM. The last thing we need to do on this side is create the automation, which is going to actually notify us that somebody signed up, and then it's going to tag them and it's going to send them an email. So let's go do that. And that happens in automations. And I'm just going to go build using AI, and I'm going to say, all right, let's see what AI can build for us today. I'm going to go ahead and rename this GHL versus scale opt-in automation. All right, now what did it say over here? So we have to click the notify of sign up. Okay, so it's telling me that it built it. You can see that it built the workflow here. But I have to set up these notifications. Let's just look down through them to see what they look like. So here's the AI Studio form submitted. Let's see what we did for a tag. All right, so it's adding the tag. So that is set up. Then I asked it to notify me. So what type of notification? I'm going to send an notification in my GoHighLevel app. New compare opt-in. And I'm just going to put the name of the contact. Let's put the email as well. Okay, and we're going to send I'm going to send me to the contact, and it's going to go to a particular user named Okay, internal notification is going to work here because I'm not listed as an employee on this account. So we're going to change that, and we're just going to delete this one. We don't need a notification anyhow. Let's go to send an email. So send a welcome email from Kevin Strite. Subject, welcome. And of course, I can come back and I can do lots of things like build this from the Smart Builder. I'm just going to do a very simple dear first name, contact first name. Thank you for joining this GHL versus scale comparison series. That's it. And I'm going to say this is going to be a general newsletter. Email, type, and save it. Add the opt-in tag. I'm not sure why that's not. That looks fine. That's it. We're going to publish this, save it, and that is published. And that is it. We now have a working... no, that's not it. We still have to publish the actual project. So last step, let's go in here. We're going to click publish. And I'm just going to leave this as is. Clear picture, watch now. That looks fine. I'm not going to put a new icon in there. Just going to apply these changes and publish this. Then I'm going to go to the custom domain. And this is going to be GHL versus scale gg.com. Continue. And you'll see that it works just like it did on the email setup. This is going to go directly to Cloudflare, automatically set up my records, and we will be published. Verified. That is verified and published. So we should be able to test this out. Let's go to GHL versus scale GG. There's my site. Let's put in our first name. I'm going to submit this, get notified every week, and you're in. Next comparison drops Monday. Same rule every time, and this link is going to have to be changed because it will have to have the video after I've edited it. But that one is up and working. Let's go see if our scale version is up yet, and it's not. So that's it. That's my comparison, everybody. We have built an entirely functional workflow, and I have gotten the email. Thank you for joining the GHL versus scale comparison. It has the option here to unsubscribe or update my email preferences, and everything is up and running. And that was another 5 minutes on top of what we've already done, which takes us, I think, to about 15 minutes of processing to build a completely functioning, very simple lead generation funnel with a landing page, a thank you page, and an opt-in form, and an automation autoresponder. I was able to get it working in about 15 minutes in GoHighLevel. I never was able to get it working in Scale. I don't think I have the sender set up correctly. I was not able to connect the form, and that's where we are for this first comparison video. So where does that leave you? In GoHighLevel with AI Studio, I ended up with a funnel that actually works. You can actually go there now to GHL versus vsscalegg.com, and you can use the funnel. It's up and running. Not only is it up and running, but the contact is sitting inside of my CRM, and I can now begin sending follow-up emails and further sequential emails for somebody who signs up. On the other hand, when I tried to build it with Scale, I simply wasn't able to do so. Mailbaser is said to be in beta right now until September 1st, so that's not very far off, and I could not get it connected and make it work. Now, maybe I just needed more instruction, maybe I needed more training videos, but regardless of that, I was able to get it running in 15 minutes with GoHighLevel, and over 50 minutes, I was not able to get it running with Scale. So if you're one of the people sitting with a Groove account, you know you have to move, you have to make a change, and you're not sure which platform is going to be right for you, I hope these comparison videos will be helpful. Leave a comment if you have questions. You can write to me, you can sign up for the series of videos, and let's find you your best step forward for your business.